Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024. Welcome back to the photo series. As you can see, we're starting off today's flight slightly different. We're at Kruger and Mpumalanga International Airport, just outside of the park. And we have, at great expense, borrowed an Airbus H145. Now, the reason I'm using this is it's the only aircraft, or the only helicopter at least, currently that gives us a proper high intensity searchlight that we can use in the sim, because a couple of episodes ago I said I wanted to see what the animals in Flight Sim actually do at night, if they're even there, and if they do kind of just sit down and all, you know, not move throughout the duration of the night. So I needed an aircraft with a nice big searchlight, and the 145 has exactly that. So if you look up ahead, you can see the sun is starting to set. So we're going to head out here from Kruger. It's probably about a half an hour flight from here to our little base camp, and we'll just set our helicopter down there, wait until it gets properly dark, and then head out and see if we can spot any animals in the night using the searchlight. So that is the plan for today's episode. I'm not expecting to get any new species, possibly, although it's not impossible. But the real goal of this is just to see if we actually have animals out there in the bush at night, which we should. I don't see why there wouldn't be, but it'll just be cool to go and check that out and see what's happening. So that also means I've got to get back into flying the 145, which I haven't done for quite a while. But let's go ahead and take off. So we're heading out onto the runway, and we'll go from there. Okay, all good. Here we go. I think this is actually the first time I'll be flying the 145 in 2024, or in Flight Sim 2024, that is. So we'll head off down the runway, and then we're going to kind of make a bit of a not left, right hand turn, and head out towards the park. Ooh, it looks like we might actually have a bit of weather out there to contend with. That could really throw a spanner in the works of this whole operation. Yeah, there looks like there's actually some rain out that way. Okay, so from here, to get to our camp, we kind of have to head northeast-ish. Yeah, we're on the trim now. Yeah, look at that. There's definitely some rain there. Of course, this helicopter is fully capable of flying through the rain. It's just doing sort of any spotting at night in the rain is going to be just impossible. Yeah, so we'll pass this hill, and then we're going to start veering off to the right. kind of got to go there. Hopefully we can just sneak past this rain shower and kind of go in between here. You can already see on the map here the border of the park. Okay, let's switch off our landing lights now. So we've actually got a whole bunch of lights on the front of this aircraft. So we've got some landing lights, plus we've got two like smaller searchlights. One is static and always faces forward and kind of covers this whole area in front of us pretty well. We've then got another small searchlight that can swivel, so that will follow. I actually have it mapped to my joystick so I can move the searchlight around. So there's the two small ones, the static one and the one that can actually move. And then of course we have the high intensity searchlight, the big one that's hanging off the front over here, which we can point all the way up to 90 degrees in either on either side. So if we jump outside, so there is our high intensity searchlight. This one is our flexible small searchlight. Then we've got the two static ones plus landing lights. So this helicopter is quite a beast in the dark. It's also very loud. Okay, that river there is the border with the park. So we're about to cross in, and then it looks like we're heading straight for the rain. Okay, full up on fuel. Keep us around 3,000 feet here. Cruising along at 120 knots, very nice. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before, what would be really, really cool is if they actually modeled that, you know, hyenas, lions are more active at night. I don't think they would have done that though. I mean, this is probably one of the only aircraft you could use to actually find things at night. Okay, so yeah, we do have a nice rainstorm there. It's a little bit out that way too, but that looks like it's going to be exactly where our camp is. I said it was about half an hour. It might actually be shorter. We're pretty much halfway. So I think my strategy is going to be keeping the searchlight in this area and then using that for us to kind of just keep it there and look out this view, and here obviously to see where we're going, and use that to kind of scan, just fly patterns around the camp area and see what we can pick up. I think what I am going to do is go in the direction we're facing now that way from the camp to avoid these little hills and mountains and things in the dark. We do have the synthetic vision in the 145, so we can do this, make things a little bit easier. And it will of course warn us if we're going to fly into a mountain, but going out that way I think will be the best bet. Then it's just Shipwreck Mountain really that we have to worry about, which is kind of easy to avoid. We are just up here actually. So the rain is other side our camp. So our camp is actually, I mean, we're basically here, it's just off to our left. Wind is coming from behind us, so we'll probably just circle around the camp and land facing to our right. Those are some zebra over there. Very nice. They're already resting as it's early evening. Okay, and our tents should be just here on top of this ridge. There they are there. Okay, so wind is in this direction, so we're going to come around again and land that way. In reality, probably should have taken down the gazebos and stuff, because this is just going to destroy them. Let's just look out for any bushes and trees and things. There's a little one there slightly to the right hand side. There's another little one there just in front of us. So in fact, let's maybe do this. Be careful not to stick our tail into that windsock. I actually know how flat it is here. I think we're leaning forward just a little bit. I think it's the end of the world. That's pretty good. Right, Right, so I'll go ahead and get everything shut down, and then I'll join you guys a bit later when we actually head out in the dark. And there's quite a bit of rain all around, so we'll see what that looks like when we start our flight later this evening. Okay, here we are. And this is, you can see what I was talking about with the landing lights here. It illuminates a pretty significant area in front of us. If I go and turn those off, you can see that's just a little bit of light coming from the camp, and this is actually from our internal light here, which we will switch off once we actually get going. Oh dear, where is it now? There. Right, so getting those landing lights back on. Pretty significant lights. Let's go into flight. And we'll head out. Sun's still barely setting in the distance. And I think my plan is we're going to be heading basically behind us, so keeping into this area of the park. So I'm going to take off straight ahead and we'll fly along this ridge here and then head back and kind of go along that way, so we stay out of the really high terrain. We've got the synthetic vision on there. I suppose we could do this as well, and that might help with keeping out of what was I trying to do here? On. And that can just help us avoid any high terrain. We're not using the GPS or anything like that, so I'm not too worried. I don't actually know why this one is off, but I'm not bothered because we don't need it. Right, let's get airborne, and I think we're just going to take it nice and slow. I'll then get the high intensity light running, and we'll use that to start scanning. Okay, and as you can see, even once we're airborne, those lights do quite a lot. But we want to stay out of the range where we're actually introducing dust around us. The other thing I have noticed is that, see, we're out of the dust now. These lights make things quite hazy, which is very strange. So might actually end up turning them off. See, they're actually, when you get high enough, they actually make things more difficult to see. And you can see how we're actually not that far from the towns. As you can see, all the lights not very far away in the distance. Right, let's get the landing lights off then. And for some reason that switch up there doesn't always work with the high intensity searchlight, so we can come in here, go to lights, get that on, and then if we go and widen that up, now I should be able to move that around. Okay, we need to reduce our altitude a bit. If I do this, it should reset to center. Still that rain kind of in places around us. You can see our searchlight starting to work. We just need to be a bit lower down. Okay, at about 500 feet now. And I can move it around. Okay, and now it's just a case of us heading up and down this area. So there's Shipwreck Mountain there, so we kind of want to stay in between those for now. Camp is now off to our right hand side. It looks like the rain is up ahead of us. So that means somewhere up ahead would be where we picked up the sable antelope in the last episode. Okay, so this terrain here is kind of rough. So as we start heading more towards our left, it should get a little smoother. Those are just rocks. Okay, so it seems like we need to be kind of just below 200 feet seems to be working the best in terms of visibility with the light. Probably don't need to be going so fast. Oh, that's not too bad. We're basically just heading directly into the park now. Nice open area out here. I've noticed this with the head torch as well, is that 2024 kind of has this like cut-off point where light doesn't go any further, whereas I think this searchlight would be able to illuminate a bit further than that. That's Shipwreck Mountain off to our right. Yeah, I can see how much light the city actually does emit at night. So this is definitely going to be tougher than during the day, which I don't think is surprising at all. Also makes me appreciate how simple... What was that? Just a patch on the ground. How simple it is to fly the little trike thing that we have. Helicopters are a lot more work. Even this. Okay, I am still hand flying. I guess I could switch over and let the automatic trim do most of the work, which I probably will do just now. come around this way because I want to sweep on that eastern side of the camp because we've had loads of luck finding animals in that area. So camp is just off to the left. We might even see the lights as we pass by in just a bit. There's our camp out there, and there's something down here. Those look like giraffe. Right in front of the camp. There we go. There's one standing up. There's at least two lying down. It looks like just a small group here. So let's just stabilize. Oh, it's a little one lying down. Yeah, I'm gonna cheat a bit here and just use the auto hover. Check at that. Very cool. I just realized I've never tested the camera feature with a third-party aircraft, so it seems to be okay. I was hoping it wouldn't, like... What is that? There's more giraffe literally almost in the campsite, which weren't there obviously when we took off. Okay, ditch the auto hover. This little group of three down here, and then basically in the campsite there's a whole group. That's crazy because yeah, they definitely weren't there when I arrived at the campsite, and they weren't there when I left either. Yeah, check at that, right in the camp. Those just rocks. This side. These are all standing up. I wonder if they're actually going to run. Because the other ones didn't move at all. They're eating in the middle of the night. Okay, there we go. They are moving. Are those just rocks on that side? I think they were. Okay, so they will actually spook at night as well, except for this one apparently. He's just chilling. That one's off. Yeah, those are just rocks there, I think. He's not bothered at all. Let's see if we can maybe just get a picture of the group here. Just going to use the trim, keep us in auto hover, and just use the trim to slide us over. So I don't want to get too close and they're all going to run away again. It's interesting though, because these are all active. They're up. None of them are lying down at all, and they weren't either when I saw them. They're all kind of facing that direction now. A little bit too close. Okay, let's see if we can get these before they spook, because we're a little further away from them. No, there they go. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can find something else here tonight. So we want to head off kind of that direction. There's Shipwreck Mountain there. The rain is all in front of us now. I don't know why we're drifting backwards, but anyway, let's ditch the auto hover. Let's see what we can find. So there's definitely things out at night. I expected everything to be just lying down like they do towards the end of the day. But those giraffe were up the whole time. The crazy thing is there could be something literally just off to the left and we wouldn't know. Right, this little hill is just on my right hand side here, and it looks like the rain is just the other side that, so we should probably start veering out this way. Let's see if I bring these landing lights back on. See how it illuminates a lot, but it makes everything quite hazy. Unless with all the rain around, it is just hazy out. But it's definitely easier to see with just the big searchlight on. Okay, we're a little bit high now. Shipwreck Mountain over there. Let's head on kind of along the right hand side of that now. I'm just thinking maybe this episode should be a little bit longer because we've got plenty of fuel in this helicopter, and maybe cover a little bit more distance. Also, we're not going to do this all the time. This will be kind of a once-off thing. Ah, some giraffe lying down there. That's cool. So there's definitely activity. Stay away from the mountain. Here's the foot tracker road. It's relatively flat out here. So let's get down to about 200 feet. Because there the spotlight is working nicely. I want to slow down a bit. Maybe aim for about 50-60 knots. It's not hilly or anything, but it's not particularly even. I'm just wondering if I can engage the radio altimeter hole. So if we do that, oh no, this one. If we do that, let's see how well it manages to keep that. It's got us at just under 300 feet when I engaged it, so let's take it off. Let's bring our altitude down a little. Keep it nice and slow, because now we're getting into places where we haven't really looked before. There's something over there. A zebra. That's a zebra. Just one though, that's weird. Was close. Whoops. I got into a bit of VRS there. Okay. That's that'll wake you up. Yeah, let's see if we can let it chill. Wow, it's properly running off now. Okay. There we go, it stopped. First zebra almost crashed. there, it's lying down again. It's gonna stand up. So let's just... It seems chilled now. There we go. We'll just take it for the record. Interesting, so that one seemed to spook a lot sooner than the giraffe did. Okay, let's go this way. So interesting, just one zebra on its own. There's more down there. Ooh, there's a big group here. This is 2. There's a whole bunch in here. Yeah, all zebra. Yep. Very nice. Okay, I want to keep going left. We're going to head up to this. There's a road off to our left here, one of the tar roads. We'll follow that and we'll see how long we want to go for. It's about 45 minutes we've been flying now, including leaving Kruger. Maybe we'll head up to Pretorius Corp Rest Camp. Starts to get a bit hilly in that direction though. Just rocks. More rocks, I think. Yeah.
Autopilot flight.
Okay, so that's just... I thought that might happen. It's because I'm at 150 feet radio. There's more giraffe up that way. Just one, it looks like. It's because I'm on 150 feet radio and it's kind of uneven here. Not super steep, but just uneven. So it's going to see these little ridges in front of us and want to kind of do the avoidance thing. Maybe, yeah, I like that.
Autopilot flyer. Autopilot flyer.
Okay, so that might be a little annoying. Okay, here, not there, here, you can see this road that I'm talking about. Pretorius Corp Rest Camp is up there. So we might actually just follow that. I'm not going to go less than 50% fuel, which is very, very safe. But just in case we get back to the camp and it's raining and we can't land there and have to carry on back to Kruger, I mean, 50% is more than enough. But I think that's what we'll do. That's the other thing I didn't think of, is as we get closer to Pretorius Corp, okay, I'm going to ditch this because that's just going to get annoying. As we get closer to Pretorius Corp, it's going to get thicker in terms of the vegetation, which we're already starting to see. Okay, let's see, is this still worse? Ah, that's actually not too bad. The other airport we could always go to is Kruger, which is almost just in front of us. Kruger does not have an ILS if we needed that. Kruger does. 05 has an ILS if I remember correctly. I think it's 05. What is this little building? Yeah, there's vehicles out there. There shouldn't be. I mean, I suppose it could be a night drive, I guess. Then we would really be ruining that. But there wouldn't be that many. Oh, it's not a building. It's just a street light. Okay. There's no street lights in Kruger. Nice open area here. There's some stuff down there. And stuff that looked smaller than usual. Could we have actually found something new? Are they just zebra, or are they actually smaller? I think they might actually just be zebra. Yeah, I don't know what those are. Are they zebra? Their ears look weird. Yeah, they are. Okay, another group of zebra, which we are disturbing. Another nice open patch over here. I don't know what this is with all the roads and stuff here. Unless this is like one of the little quarry things that they have to get stone and sand and stuff for the roads. Actually, no. I know exactly where this is. I've been here. I'm not sure what's going on here with all the different roads. to kind of stay away from the road now. There's some giraffe. No, those are elephants. Hey. Let's see if they actually react, because the two elephants, that's the biggest group I've seen by a long way. There's a little one in there too. Two elephants I've seen before didn't react, or didn't actually have any animation at all, is what I mean. Yeah, they all seem completely static. Which is strange. There we go. Yeah, I see they have no animation at all, which is very weird. Okay, definitely need a photograph for this. And we need to try to get the little one as well, I think. Oh, there it is, just on that side. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't think we'd get a new species on this flight. There they are. Again, very strange that out of all the species we've seen, these have absolutely no animation at all. And they don't react to the helicopter, which I guess, yeah, elephants would run away from a helicopter. Especially if you got this close. Does this one with the little one have smaller tusks? Seems like it might. Yeah, it does. Very cool. That's why it's always worth checking out these kind of open areas. Cool, also very accurate, loads of elephants in this area for real as well, so that's good. Just looking at, it's just a bush. Also realize how much power this helicopter has. Just to cruise along here 50 knots, we're using like 30%. But that's really cool. New species on our night flight. There's a decent group of elephants as well. It's the other ones that I've seen just flying around. It was just one. Both times it's just a single elephant. Nice to get the little one as well. Yeah, so up here on the hill, it's going to start getting fairly thick. Now, somewhere here, we are just south of the road. So somewhere along here is Transport Dam. Something down there. Are those? I think they're buffalo. Yeah, they're buffalo. There we go. They're just lying down. Try not to VRS again. Just 4, I think. Starting to stand up now. It's a terrible angle I'm at. Yeah, we'll log them for the record, I guess. It's a little bit slow getting into position there, that's why. Yeah, let's see if we can find... There's Transport Dam and then there's another one, which I can't remember the name of now. Along here somewhere. Looks like a dam up ahead. Like water at least, I mean. See, just here. It's It's raining a lot out that way. Is this transport dam? I think it is, yeah. Pretty sure, yeah, I think this is transport dam. Okay, that's cool. Anything here at the dam besides rocks? Doesn't look like it. I'm wondering if that is transport dam. Is that the other one? Oh, I can't actually remember. There's one. This is the one closest to Pretoria's Fault. That might actually be the other one. I can't remember the name of. Transport dam is the famous one with that video of the lions trying to catch buffalo, and the crocodiles get involved as well. Lions take down a buffalo, and then the herd comes back and kind of chases the lions off. It's this whole like back and forth thing. That was transport dam, if I remember correctly. Nice open areas. Okay, Pretoria's Corp camp is not far ahead of us now. Then we're going to start swinging south again, head back towards the camp. Although, look at the weather out that way. There's some things down there. Are those giraffe? They look the wrong color to be zebra or buffalo, but they look kind of small as well. I think those are lions. Yep. Those are lions. And a crash now. Okay, so those are running off. I think the others actually stayed. They'll stay there. Oh, they're gonna move. Keep an eye on those. There's more moving on that side. Check at that. They're lying down now. They're running. And I'm gonna scare these ones too now, yeah. And once they go into the thick there, it's gonna be very difficult to find them again. But we got them on record, so they do exist. Also, once again, very realistic area to have lions. very, very cool. I think we'll stop bothering them. Two new species on the night episode. Also, yeah, we've been going for about an hour, so it's normal, kind of normal episode length at this point, but this one is going to be a bit longer because we still need to head back. That's going to be interesting. The rain. That was awesome because, yeah, I spotted them. Just thought that color looks a bit strange. It's not like the zebra and things we've seen before. Right, those lights just up ahead is Pretorius Corp Rest Camp. Now, what we might actually do, which could be kind of cool, is the Voortrekker Road, the one that runs just past Shipwreck Mountain, comes out here at Pretorius Corp. So maybe we can pick that up and follow that back to our camp. It joins in here. There's a whole maze of roads on this side of Pretorius Corp, as you can actually see right there. But I think this one here is the Voortrekker Road. It joins into this big intersection somewhere here. Could be this one. I think this is it. I'm not going to follow it exactly, just roughly. Okay, now this is starting to be difficult to work with. There we go. Okay, the weather looks quite interesting out there. See, those the static searchlights do help a lot. I don't know if I would have seen the lions with just this. Yeah, I think I should keep them on. Just don't know why they get so hazy like that. As you can see, we're not actually that far. There's Shipwreck Mountain over there. Open area on this side. There's some more giraffe lying down there. Okay, so the lions actually weren't that difficult to spot, but they are the biggest of the predators. Still, I don't know how we're gonna spot hyenas and things. No, I guess, you know, based on what we've seen so far, if they're out in an open area like this, I think we'll be fine. Like, if they were walking around there, I'm sure we'd see that. back into the thicket. At this altitude, those lights really do work very well. So I guess this is the key, yeah, just over 100 feet with all the lights on, works very nicely. Nice and slow, 30 knots. Is that a rock? Yeah. Thought that was something small, but it's just the trees, or the bushes, I guess. Because at least with having the static lights on as well, if we do just glance that side, we have a chance of seeing something. With just the big searchlight on, if there's anything on that left-hand side, if I'm using it like this, you're gonna have no idea at all. So yeah, I think this is the best way to do it. Zebra lying down there? No, I think they're just rocks. Lots of rocks over here. Those were zebra lying down. Still plenty of fuel on board. Those were rocks, I think. Oh, so we actually spotted lions before warthog. It looks like the rain has kind of set in over the camp. Yeah, we're getting rain on the windshield now. If we can make it into the camp, looks like we're in for a rainy night in the tent. Visibility is still okay, but it looks a lot worse not very far ahead. camp is just up ahead. You can see the little light there. Wind is coming same direction as when we left. Yeah, so rather than messing around, I think we'll just put it down now before this gets any worse. There's one lone giraffe lying down there. Well, no, there are two there. There might be two there. Oh, that should be the little group of 3 that we photographed earlier. So maybe they're all in the same spot. We'll see if that herd is still there in the camp. It would make sense for them to stay relatively stationary at night, but this group up here was quite active. They weren't actually lying down at all. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're still here. That's very interesting. Yeah, I'm actually going to do a quick sweep because we did chase them a little further. Yeah, they're gone. So that group of 3 is still there, but the big herd has moved on. That is very, very cool to see that in the sim. Okay, now that I've done that, sort of messed this up. Oh, there's some elephant right here. Wow. Right at the camp, just 4. That's a little scary to have them right here, and we have no fence. On the right there, I think there might be zebra, or they could just be rocks. Yeah. Let's get this off, because that is very bright. Okay, and the weather has kind of set in, so I guess we made it back at a good time. We're gonna need this light then. Okay, avionics, fuel pumps, pitot heats. That gets muted. That's off, and then it's just battery. Ah, listen to the rain. You see what I mean with the light cut off? It just like stops over there. What a unnecessary piece of kit for this little operation. But the searchlight worked really, really well, so that was awesome. 2 new species. We got 2 sightings of elephants and lions, which I thought was going to be one of the more difficult species to find. However, yeah, come to think of it, again, they're probably the easiest of the predators to find. Hyenas and wild dogs are going to be, yeah, something else. But we made it back just before the weather set in. This is, of course, live weather, so very nice. Okay, well, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. In the next one, we'll be back in our little trike and checking out some more of the park during the day. Eventually, I'm going to move camp to another spot. Clearly, that area around Pretorius Corp is not bad at all. So maybe we'll take the trike up that way in the next episode and see if we can find anything else that's very cool during the day. And then eventually we'll head up into different areas of Kruger in search of the rest of the animals on the list. But anyway, as always, if you made it all the way to this point, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do down below, and I'll see you in the next one.